You are losing potential customers right now and you don't even know it. Not because your marketing isn't working or your offer isn't any good or that you have a lack of leads. It's because by the time most of you call your customers back, they've already hired somebody else. Now, here's the uncomfortable truth about lead follow up in pool service. Most operators make one attempt, maybe two if they're feeling motivated that day. And when the lead doesn't automatically respond, they assume the person wasn't serious and have moved on to somebody else. That assumption in itself is costing you thousands of dollars a month in revenue that you already paid to generate. Now, I ran a campaign at Tiger Shark and we generated 267 new customers. We converted over 20% of every inbound lead that the campaign produced. And when I took a look honestly at why our conversion rate was that high, more than half of it came down to one thing, and it wasn't the offer or the ad creative or even the landing page. It was simply how fast we followed up and how many times we tried. Now, surely all four of these things work symbiotically with each other, but looking back on it, I truly think the primary key to success and having a high conversion rate was simply the speed to lead. Now, here's some of the good news. Most of your competitors are responding to leads hours after they come in, some not even till the next day, if ever at all. That gap here between when a lead submits their information and when someone actually reaches out is where pool service businesses bleed revenue silently every single month. And in this video, I'm going to give you the exact follow-up system we used, the sequence, the timing, the channel, and what to say at each touch so you're not just following up, you're actually converting leads. Now, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Gianluca, and I'm just an average guy who built a pool service business in Las Vegas to service over 800 accounts monthly. The information that I put in these videos comes from my lived experience, and my goal is to help other pool pros at every stage in the business grow and scale effectively. Now let's keep going. Now, before I give you the entire system here, I really need you to understand three ways that most operators are going to fail at this. Because almost every pool service business I've seen is making all three of these mistakes or some variation thereof. The first one is speed. When somebody submits a lead form, they are at peak interest in that exact moment. And that interest has a half-life measured in minutes, not hours. Every minute that passes between when they submit their information and when you reach out, the temperature of that potential customer drops. By the time an hour has passed, they've already moved on mentally, and by the time the next morning comes around, you'd be essentially cold calling someone who barely even remembers filling out the form. The second piece here is going to be persistence. A lot of guys try to make one measly attempt and wait for the lead to call them back. That is not a follow-up strategy. That is hope at best. And the leads who convert on the first attempt are usually the easiest ones. I call these the low-hanging fruit. But there are still a bunch that convert on the third or even fourth attempt, and they are often the highest quality customers. The reason here is because they're generally deliberate decision makers and not impulse buyers. If you're the guy that's stopping after one try, you're leaving the best customers on the table here. And the third is channel. Most operators default to calling, always calling. But pool service leads, especially ones that came in through a digital ad, are often not ready to talk on the phone the moment that they submit a form. They might be in the middle of something, they're at work, they're putting the kids to bed. A text that acknowledges their inquiry immediately keeps that customer warm until you can get them on the phone. The call is what closes them. The text essentially is what sets it up. Now, real quick, guys, before I keep going, I wanted to make sure you knew about something. The Pool Service Academy is our free community on Skool, and it's where we give away everything. We've spent hundreds of hours documenting the strategies we use to grow to millions of dollars per year. Inside of the community, we do weekly calls where we go deep on what's actually working, monthly webinars on overcoming everyday hurdles in the business, and a community of pool service pros at every stage in the business sharing real strategies, real numbers, and real industry trends with each other. Every guru out there is charging thousands or at a bare minimum a monthly subscription for access to this type of information. We built the Pool Service Academy with the intent to help pool service pros at every stage in the business grow, scale, and optimize their business. The link is in the description below. Go check it out. It's completely free. Now back to the video. Now, if you'll hang with me just a bit longer, let me show you exactly what I mean, how we did it, and what you can do to implement this in your business immediately. Okay, guys, so here is the data behind why speed is going to matter more than pretty much anything else in the lead follow-up sequence. Now, when somebody submits a form online, at that moment, they are going to be at the highest point of interest that they will ever be in their prospecting of a new pool service company. that interest that they have decays very rapidly. Their attention span is very, very small. There have been countless studies done across different industries that consistently show that being able to respond to prospects within 5 minutes dramatically, I'm talking 5 to 7x times, increases the contact rate and conversion rate of those prospects. And in pool service specifically, where the prospect's probably going to submit 2 or 3 forms or maybe have done that simultaneously, the first operator to make contact is going to have an enormous advantage before a single word has ever been spoken. So in this case, speed is not necessarily nice to have here. It is going to be the single most important variable in your follow-up system. Now here's the exact sequence that we ran at Tiger Shark. The moment a lead came in, we fired off an automated text immediately. It was personalized, so it addressed them by name and acknowledged where they found us, and it asked one qualifying question to open the conversation. The text was not intended to close the single customer. What it did was buy us a few minutes between when the lead inquired, it let them feel acknowledged, and kept them warm before we were able to necessarily pick up the phone and give them a call. Touch point number 2 was a personal call within 5 minutes of the lead coming in. If they didn't answer the phone, touch number 3 was a follow-up call after business hours, assuming they may have been busy or doing something or on a regular 9 to 5 work schedule. People are generally going to be more reachable after 5 p.m. than they are at 2 p.m. And if at that point we were still unable to get the prospect to respond, touch number 4 was going to be a call the following morning. So in summary here, there are 4 touches, all with deliberate timing that have specific channels. And that sequence that we use is what produced more than half of our 20% conversion rate. Now here's what the automated text actually looked like. We use their first name in it immediately. So personalization really, really matters, even if it's set up as an automation. We acknowledged where they found us, so they knew exactly who was reaching out to them. So whether it was Facebook or Google or from a truck wrap that they had on the street, they knew that we were responding to them based upon the way that they had contacted us. We also confirmed their location, so it felt like we were relevant to them specifically, and we asked one simple qualifying question. Were they looking for weekly service or were they looking for repairs? That question for us did essentially 2 things. Number 1, it began to open up a conversation, and it told us immediately what kind of customer we were dealing with before we necessarily even had to get on the phone with them. That text was under 50 words, and it was short enough that they could read it in under 10 seconds. It was warm enough to feel human and specific enough to prove that we actually looked at their information before we started reaching out to them. Now, what is the persistence principle? This is a slide that most of you guys are going to be uncomfortable with because it requires admitting that the reason your conversion rate may suck currently is not because of the market. It's not because you have a lack of leads. It's because you stop trying way too early and you do not persist with the prospect. In any sales business, not hearing back after one attempt is not a no. It is possibly just a not yet. And the amount of leads that fall through the cracks based on operators who stop contacting after the first try is unbelievably high. It is very possible that the lead is just busy, they got distracted, they submitted the lead form while they were in the middle of something, or they were in a place that they couldn't necessarily answer the phone. The operator here who is going to show up and recontact a second, third, or a fourth time professionally without necessarily being aggressive or carrying an attitude is the one who's going to get the sale. Not because they were the most persuasive, because they were more persistent. In this business, every unreturned call that you choose not to make is a deliberate decision to leave revenue on the table that you already paid to generate. So in summary, how do we necessarily make this a systematic process? Let's remember, touch number 1, you always want to be fully automated. Your CRM or whatever it is you're using to communicate with leads needs to fire off a message the moment the lead comes in. You never have to necessarily manually touch it at this point. Touch point number 2 is a phone call. The lead comes in, the task gets created, you call that prospect within 5 minutes. If they do not answer the phone, move to number 3, which is another phone call at the end of business day. So any leads from today who did not respond, get a call after hours before you close out for the night. And touch number 4, if they then again don't answer on the third sequence, is first thing tomorrow morning, potentially before business hours start, you're going to want to pick up the phone and try to call that prospect again. What you can do here is pull yesterday's unresponsive leads list and call them first thing in the morning. The whole system here takes less than 30 minutes of active time per day, so it really isn't a big chunk of what you're doing day in and day out, and it will produce a lot more revenue for existing lead flow than any other marketing campaign you're going to run. So the moral of the story here is, instead of doubling or tripling ad budget, why don't we figure out a way to optimize the way that we're already dealing with our existing leads and potentially doubling or tripling the conversion rate based on the changes that we're making here? So that's the system: 4 touches, deliberate timing, specific channels, and the discipline to keep going when most operators would have already given up here. Now, this is really what I want you to hear before you close this video. You are probably spending money every month to generate leads, whether it be Facebook ads or Google or door hangers or word of mouth, whatever your marketing looks like. And a significant percentage of those leads are going cold. Not because they were never interested to begin with, but because by the time you reach out, they've simply already moved on. The system that I just gave you doesn't require a marketing budget. It doesn't require new ads. It doesn't even require more leads. It just requires you to respond faster, follow up more, and be more deliberate about the channel you use at each touch point. That is going to be the difference between a 20% conversion rate and a 5% conversion rate. It's not the offer, it's not the creative, it is simply the follow-up. Build your system, run it every single day without exception, and come back and tell me what happened to your conversion rate. Now, if you stuck around to the end of the video, I want to thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.